So what is Prism? To put it simply, Prism is a single UI that an administrator can use to manage their environment. Prism is fully integrated into the Nutanix architecture, so it isn't necessary to use AHV to take advantage of Prism for cluster management. Whether you're on vSphere or on Hyper-V, you'll still be able to use Prism. To dig a little bit deeper, Prism provides simple centralized access for administrators to configure, monitor, and manage virtual environments. Prism is powered by advanced data analytics and heuristics and rich automation, and combines several aspects of data center management into a single, easy-to-use solution. Using machine learning, Prism can also mine large volumes of system data easily and quickly and generate actionable insights for optimizing all aspects of virtual infrastructure management. Prism is part of every Nutanix deployment and has two core components, Prism Element and Prism Central. Prism Element is a service built into the platform for every Nutanix cluster deployed. Prism Element provides the ability to fully configure, manage, and monitor Nutanix clusters running any hypervisor. However, Prism Element can only be used to manage a single cluster, and because Prism Element only manages the cluster it is part of, each Nutanix cluster in a deployment has a unique Prism Element instance. Prism Central allows you to manage different clusters across separate physical locations on one screen and offers an organizational view into the distributed Nutanix environment. Now that we've taken a look at how Prism Central works, let's talk about what Prism can do. Historically, managing a data center's infrastructure components has consumed the majority of engineers' time. Prism has removed these time-consuming tasks and simplified the rest to a few mouse clicks. So in this section, we'll walk you through Prism's different capabilities. The first thing you see is a cluster summary that reviews your Nutanix cluster. You receive a count of blocks and hosts and their model numbers, along with how many hosts are part of the cluster, and a count of newly discovered hosts. The cluster's total available compute capacity is presented in terms of the amount of CPU and the total usable memory. Prism presents multiple lists to inform administrators of the top performing hosts for I/O, bandwidth, memory usage, and CPU usage. Another important part of managing a cluster is the ability to expand it. Prism lets you scale clusters with minimal effort by discovering new nodes that have been cabled and attached to the network. When the system discovers new nodes, they become available for you to either add to an existing cluster or to create a new one. When you choose to expand a cluster, the interface presents any available new nodes and allows you to select which ones should be prepared and added to the existing cluster. If necessary, the system images new nodes with the correct hypervisor to match the other nodes in the cluster. This process allows you to add one node or multiple nodes without changing the workflow. Prism offers one-click upgrades for each product within a cluster. The one-click upgrade process downloads the next version or allows you to upload manually as needed. Each upgrade process is a non-disruptive workflow that follows a rolling upgrade flow through the clusters on a node-by-node basis. Storage management views within Prism have a look and feel similar to the cluster management views already discussed. The storage-focused views offers an overview of the storage environment, giving you important performance charts, data reduction metrics, capacity summaries, and important alerts and warnings. The VM view provides the same kind of overview summary that the cluster and storage management views offer. The VM summary delivers VM counts as well as VM power status. Highlighted CPU and memory usage statistics focus on provisioned amounts versus reserved amounts. You can also see the top VM consumers for IOPS, latency, memory usage, and CPU usage. The data protection overview summarizes the number of remote sites and protection domains, giving you a quick look into the cluster's data protection. After infrastructure management, the second key area in which Prism adds tremendous value to cluster administration is in operational insights. This aspect of Prism has been built around providing administrators with alerts, metrics, and the ability to analyze data. The alert features in Prism provide notifications for information, warning, and critical alerts. And the alerts view in Prism makes this information available in an easy-to-consume format. To assist with remediation, a summary of the probable root cause is also made available for each alert, as well as the most likely resolution. One thing I mentioned earlier was that Prism helps remediation by providing information on probable causes and potential resolutions for every alert that's generated. Now let's see what that looks like. In addition to recommended steps for correcting the issue, each suggested root cause also includes items to review, logs to examine, and other related actions. Some corrective measures also suggest a performance chart for review. To help identify whether a performance issue caused the problem, the time of the alert is marked on the chart. Administrators can use this information to see if the metric was in violation of the policy at the time of the event. And with that, we come to the end of this conversation on Prism. And while that was admittedly a lot of information, What it all boils down to is this. When it comes to managing your infrastructure, virtually everything you need is in Prism. It simplifies everything from deployment and management to scaling and support. It's a single pane of glass, it eliminates the need for multiple management interfaces, and dramatically changes the way an administrator approaches their environment. It lets IT teams handle routine work quickly and easily so they can focus on what they do best, which is adding value to the business through application and service delivery. And that, really, is the goal of Prism, as is with all Nutanix products. Simplicity, power, and flexibility, all without complications or compromise. Thank you for watching.